hosting the Cleveland Browns here to take each other on in Cleveland, Ohio. It's welcome inside the podcast with everybody. On television, these two teams got together here in the regular season. Baker Mayfield's going up against a high-powered defense here in the NFL, who ranked top 10 in the National Football League, and going up against an offense who ranks first in points per game and has who leads the Falcons offense is Matt Ryan, and a big receiving core for Atlanta. And for Baker Mayfield, they have a lot to worry about preparing to take on this Atlanta Falcons here on Fox. So here we go, live from here on Fox in Cleveland, Ohio. Welcome to Cleveland, Ohio, here in First Energy Stadium for the home of the Cleveland Browns, here to take on the Atlanta Falcons here in the NFL. Here we got a great matchup here today on Fox. Meanwhile, the Browns won the toss, so they had the first. So Atlanta will get the ball to start this first half here on Fox. To start the game, back deep for Atlanta is Marvin Hall. Takes it out of the 10, and Marvin Hall. Does he got the wall? Does he got the wall? Down to midfield. What a return for 50 yards. Nice return by Marvin Hall, and great field position for Atlanta at the 50-yard line at midfield. Here's Ryan to start with a throw. Finds his man. That's Taylor Gabriel. And Taylor Gabriel is good for 25 yards on first down. And Matt Ryan throws a laser in there, and Matt Ryan had a lot of time in the pocket, and Taylor Gabriel comes in to make that catch, working against Jabril Peppers and Myles Garrett. That's what Matt Ryan has to worry about, Myles Garrett, for the Cleveland Browns, and that's going to be a fun day here for the Atlanta Falcons. And Mohamed Sanu makes the catch, working on Denzel Ward. Touchdown, Atlanta Falcons. Another opening drive touchdown for the Atlanta Falcons, and Matt Ryan, working in the pocket, steps up and Mohamed Sanu makes a great catch, breaks out of a tackle from Demarius Randall, who should be working on Julio Jones. That's a great matchup here today. Demarius Randall and Julio Jones. Those two players have a lot of history behind it here on Fox. And Matt Bryant, the all-time scoring leader for the Falcons, has the extra point, and it's good. 7-0 against the Cleveland Browns here in the first half. And Matt Bryant, Jabril Peppers is back deep for Cleveland, takes a knee. And here comes Baker Mayfield, who leads the Browns offense on the field at the 25-yard line. We talked about this offensive line for the Cleveland Browns having devastation again. And speaking of devastation, Nick Chubb gets the handoff, and Vic Beasley comes in to make the loss for 2 yards on the pickup for Nick Chubb, the rookie out of Georgia. Actually, Deion Jones makes the tackle, the middle linebacker. Some of these Georgia players here in the NFL, they have great jobs here, especially Nick Chubb, who was picked by the Cleveland Browns in the draft in 2017. Meanwhile, Nick Chubb makes the catch for 2 yards, and it's a first. Robert Alford on the tackle. It's 3rd down and 10 coming up for the Browns. Chubb is in the backfield. Pass is incomplete for the tight end David Njoku, and Robert Alford with great coverage on the tight end. You see Baker Mayfield. He was working in the pocket, steps up, and tries to throw a nice pass to David Njoku, but it was knocked out by Robert Alford with his helmet, and David Njoku trips up, and Robert Alford celebrates. Meanwhile, it's a 3-and-out here against the Falcons for the Cleveland Browns, and Colquitt kicks it back to Atlanta at the 39-yard line. Andre Roberts with a great return down close to the 30-yard line to about the 32-yard line of Cleveland. Freeman in the backfield. Pass is caught. Gabriel out across the 10. This will be a fun day today here for the Falcons, because this receiving core has become a major threat for Matt Ryan. And Tevin Coleman has a walk-in for a touchdown. 2 plays for 2 first downs, and this results as a touchdown for Tevin Coleman. On a screen, Matt Ryan throws a nice pass out of the backfield for Tevin Coleman, who creates a walk-in for 6 points on the board against Cleveland. It's a 14-0 game, and Matt Bryant drills it up the middle. Bryant kicks it back to Cleveland, and Jabril Peppers won't take it out of the end zone, takes a knee and a fair catch. And Baker Mayfield leads the Browns back on the field at the 25-yard line, and Njoku goes to his right, and it's deflected by Brian Poole. Great coverage by the nickelback on David Njoku on the coverage. On the play action pass, Baker Mayfield throws a nice pass that could have been completed, but Brian Poole was able to create the coverage on the tight end. The coverage wasn't really that easy, and here comes the handoff for Nick Chubb, working against Bruce Irvin, and has a gain of 3 yards here on second down. 3rd and 7 coming up for the Browns. Nick Chubb's in that tailback. Nick Chubb is in that tailback. Mayfield pass is caught by David Njoku, the tight end, who's become a main weapon from Baker Mayfield, but it's a gain of about 2 yards, and there's a 3-and-out for the Browns, and the Browns will get off the field. Special teams on the field. Colquitt kicks it back to Atlanta, and Roberts is back deep for Atlanta. Great yards. Spins away from a tackle from Denzel Ward, the rookie, and the Falcons are on the field. Ryan throws deep for Julio Jones, and it was caught out of bounds. Julio unable to keep his feet in bounds, but this time, here's Matt Ryan going deep for Austin Hooper, still going. Makes a juke move, Austin Hooper. And that is a touchdown for Austin Hooper. What a play by Austin Hooper for 73 yards out. Matt Ryan goes through the throw for a back foot throw, and Denzel Ward unable to slow Austin Hooper down, and Demarius Randall tries to break him, put him down. If you can't find anyone to bring Austin Hooper down, then that's become a goal. Stop this receiving core for the Falcons. This to make it a 21-0 game, and it's good for Matt Bryant. And the Falcons are making this awfully easy here this afternoon. Jabril Peppers is in it, takes it out of the end zone, and Jabril Peppers out of Michigan sets the Browns up at the 20-yard line. Nick Chubb's in the backfield. Mayfield to start the throw, finds his man. That's incomplete for David Njoku. Brian Poole on the coverage. We talked about the secondary for the Falcons. They're all over the place covering these receivers. None of us initial speed down the field, but David Njoku couldn't catch a wobbly pass, but Brian Poole comes up to knock that ball out. That was perfectly thrown by Baker Mayfield, but a little wobbly for the tight end. And David Njoku split to his right. And Nick Chubb handoff is stood up at the line of scrimmage by Bruce Irvin. And the Atlanta Falcons are taking it to him here in Cleveland, Ohio. Mayfield to throw, and he's taken down by both Vic Beasley and Grady Jarrett. Beasley already leads the league here in sacks already, and it creates another 3-and-out for the Browns. You can't find anyone, then you just scramble. Not many quarterbacks can do that against the Falcons, and that's something that they're unable to do. And Andre Roberts, a nice return going through tackles, has some space, and he's down to about the 30-yard line. Passing attack for the Falcons is unstoppable. Wide open is Devontae Freeman out of the backfield for 3 yards. And the Falcons are on the move. Second down. Ryan going for it all, looking for Julio Jones, and it's incomplete. That ball goes right through his hands, but that was a nice pass by Matt Ryan. It's rare you don't see Julio Jones not catching a pass, but that was a nice pass, but couldn't haul it in. That would have been a nice reception by Julio Jones. 3rd and 7. Play action for Ryan. Wide open is Taylor Gabriel, and he's in for the Atlanta touchdown. You cannot put a defensive lineman in coverage like that. The receiving core for the Falcons is unstoppable. You got Julio Jones, you got Mohamed Sanu, and this guy right here, number 18, Taylor Gabriel. And that's just a walk-in for Gabriel. He's a small wide receiver, but he's young and fast for Matt Ryan, who's become a major weapon for Ryan for this offense. Meanwhile, it's a 28-0 game against the Cleveland Browns, and Matt Bryant has an extra point that was good. Jabril Peppers to take it out of the end zone again, and Jabril Peppers taken down by Brian Poole close to about the 18-yard line. And here come the Browns on the field. Handoff is to Chubb, stood up at the line of scrimmage. Deion Jones on the tackle, and this offense is going nowhere. This defense for the Falcons is ranked second in the NFL. Ranked top 10 in the National Football League. And the secondary for the Falcons is incredible. And Nick Chubb won't get any yards. It has a loss of 2 on the play by Grady Jarrett. And that's it here in the first half against Cleveland. The Visa halftime report's coming up. Meanwhile, we got the Philadelphia Eagles going up against the Minnesota Vikings, and it's a 38-0 game in US Bank Stadium. The Philadelphia Eagles on top with 38 straight points. And here, the Chargers going up against the Colts. That's a great matchup, and the game will start soon here on CBS. Meanwhile, the Arizona Cardinals take on the New York Giants, and Eli Manning is on top with only 3 points with a field goal. And that's it for the Visa halftime report. Meanwhile, the Browns do get the ball to start the second half against the Falcons, and the Falcons are easily demolishing the Cleveland Browns. And Baker Mayfield's making these nice passes, but the receivers can't quite haul them in. Here in this situation against this Falcons secondary. Here we go. Start the second half. Here's Matt Bryant to kick it away to the Browns, and Jabril Peppers take it out of the end zone. And here comes Jabril Peppers down to the 15-yard line for the Browns. And meanwhile, Baker Mayfield comes back on the field. Nick Chubb's in the backfield. David Njoku goes to his right for the Browns. Play action for Mayfield. Wide open is Jarvis Landry for 50 yards on the play. 45 yards on the catch. for Jarvis Landry. We saw him in Miami. And he's who has become a major factor for Ryan Tannehill and the offense for the Browns for the Dolphins. I don't see why the Miami Dolphins would get rid of such a nice receiver, Jarvis Landry, who was picked up by the Cleveland Browns in free agency, who's become a major factor from Baker Mayfield in this offense. Mayfield to throw out of the backfield for Nick Chubb for a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 coming up after that great catch by Jarvis Landry for 45 yards. Play fake to Njoku. Pass is caught by Duke Johnson, who makes the catch for a first down out to the 40-yard line of the Falcons. Handoff is to Chubb. Nowhere to go. Drop back behind the 40-yard line with a loss of 1 by Brian Poole and Deion Jones. Handoff is to Chubb again. Stood up at the line of scrimmage. Grady Jarrett comes down to make the tackle. 3rd and 11 coming up. The Browns it's a critical 3rd down here in this game against the Falcons. Wide open up the middle is David Njoku, and is unable to make the first down. He's a yard shy of a first down, and the Browns will settle for a field goal to get on the board. The kick is up and good. Now the Browns are on the board. It's a 28-3 game, up by 25 points for Atlanta. Marvin Hall, back deep for the Falcons. There's a great return from Marvin Hall down to the 30-yard line for Atlanta. And Matt Ryan. Here's Matt Ryan to throw, and the pass is caught on a quick slant to Julio Jones. Julio Jones usually makes these catches for huge chunks of yardage. You see Matt Ryan on a quick slant, throws a dime in there for Jones. He's just a main weapon for Matt Ryan's arsenal. For 5 yards on the carry. Throws downfield for Jones again. What a catch! Through 2 defenders. Demarius Randall. Matt Ryan throws a nice pass through 2 defenders, and Julio Jones comes down to make the catch along the sideline. What a catch by Julio Jones. You see if he was inbounds when he came down with the ball. He goes up and gets it at his highest point and doesn't get it. What a catch by Julio Jones. Play action from Matt Ryan. Gabriel's got some speed. Gabriel still going. Touchdown. Taylor Gabriel. A 55-yard touchdown run for Taylor Gabriel. Off the play action, nice block by the offensive line. Alex Mack, the center, who's 2 former Cleveland Browns here to face their team. Alex Mack and this guy, Taylor Gabriel, who's had a heck of a season with the Atlanta Falcons. And that's incredible. On the play action, Alex Mack really solidifies his offensive line. Is a Pro Bowler, Pro Bowl center for the Browns, and he's a Pro Bowler here for the Atlanta Falcons. And Gabriel, this touchdown makes it a 35-3 game here in the second half. Jabril Peppers is back deep for Cleveland, and the tackle is made by Desmond Trufant, and the Browns will set up at the 20-yard line. And this offense has really got to click. This offense has really got to get some yardage. Baker Mayfield is having a hard time here against this Falcons defense, and that's frustrating for him. And Mayfield throws a very deep pass out of bounds. Nick Chubb was in the backfield, and Chubb is in the backfield. Mayfield to throw, and pass is caught by Jarvis Landry, and Landry is good for 22 yards on the reception. Become a major weapon for Baker Mayfield's offense. Here's first catch in the first half, going downfield, and it's juggled, hung up in the air, and almost picked off by Deion Jones. David Njoku was well covered by Keanu Neal and Ricardo and Robert Alford in double coverage. Mayfield to throw, and the pass caught by Pierman for a gain of 8. Actually, a gain of 7. So 3rd and 3 coming up for the Browns. Critical for their third down here in this game against the Falcons. They might get a turnover. No interceptions in this game, and that's big for Baker Mayfield. Speaking of no interception, almost into the hands of Ricardo Allen, the safety. Another turnover defensively for the Falcons, and that's a 3 and out. And the Browns will get off the field offensively, and the Browns will kick it away to Roberts. And Roberts gets taken down by Myles Garrett. And here come the Falcons offense on the field. Pass is knocked away, and it's incomplete for Julio Jones. Looking downfield for Julio Jones, that's incomplete. Demarius Randall on the coverage on Julio Jones. 3rd and 10. Ryan goes downfield for Julio Jones, makes a catch, spins away for a huge first down. Out to the 20. Has a huge first down. Matt Ryan had a lot of time in the pocket and breaks away from a tackle from Garrett, out of a tackle from Denzel Ward. And the Falcons are down to close to the 30-yard line. Here's Matt Ryan to throw again downfield for Mohamed Sanu, and the pass is caught by Sanu for another Atlanta first down. Interesting formation. Freeman's in the backfield. Freeman, and he was untouched for an easy touchdown for the Falcons. This cannot be easy for this rushing attack for the Falcons. We talked to Dan Quinn about this. It's great. It's a great design by the offensive coordinator for Devontae Freeman, and it's a walk-in. He was untouched for an easy 6 points. The score is 42-3 against the Browns. Highest scoring game here today, and the Falcons are back up in the 40s. And the Falcons are at a 10-0 start. And we saw the Falcons last week, and Jabril Peppers takes a knee, and the Browns will get back on the 25-yard line. Last week, the Falcons did easily dismantle the Seattle Seahawks, and at the stadium against the Seahawks, and they easily dislodged Russell Wilson, kept Wilson contained in the pocket. Here's Baker Mayfield to throw downfield and intercepted. First interception of the game. Desmond Trufant still going. Inside the 16. Baker Mayfield throws a dangerous pass to Desmond Trufant. There was great coverage for Jarvis Landry, Desmond Trufant. The Washington Husky who Tacomba-nated him. And that's Trufant, a man who missed the Super Bowl 2-3 years ago, most of the season with an injury. And that's a nice play again for Atlanta. Ryan throws another touchdown pass to Austin Hooper, who was wide open on the play. And the Cleveland defense is having some difficulties on how to slow down Matt Ryan and the Falcons. on this, and what a nice pass up with a straight seam route for Austin Hooper, the tight end. This passing attack for the Falcons is incredible. Great play for the Falcons. Will score 49 points here. This is a 46-point game against the Cleveland Browns. And Bryant with a high hanging kick into the end zone. Jabril Peppers takes a knee, and the Browns will get the ball. And Baker Mayfield is having a hard time trying to score against this Falcons defense. Pass is caught by the tight end, David Njoku, and it's a first down out to the 20-something yard line. Actually, the 36-yard line of Cleveland. Chubb's in the backfield, along with David Njoku, the tight end, going to his right. And downfield for Callaway, and it's incomplete for Callaway. Nice pass for Callaway, but unable to reception. These wide receivers are running free and wide, and they're unable to make these wide open catches. And Mayfield gets tackled and sacked again. Vic Beasley on a stop with 13 seconds left on the clock. And the clock continues to run, and the Cleveland Browns are going to lose here today against the Falcons. Last play out of this, and Chubb's going nowhere. And that's it here in Cleveland, Ohio. The Browns lost with a loss against the Falcons in a 46